Hello everybody, Gatling Golduck here, back at it again with some more Steven Universe coming at you. So for the month of February, what I wanted to start doing was every weekend I want to start covering Steven Universe Future. The latest addition to the series of Steven Universe, and I just really wanted to talk about it. And it also helped me get more content out there. For the sake of keeping things at a bit of a decent pace, and also for the sake of just keeping videos from being too long or too crowded and like a bit more focused, what I want to do is every weekend I'm gonna upload a video tackling 2 episodes of Steven Universe Future at a time until I've caught up with the show. And since it's on hiatus, I just kind of want to get caught up with the show before the hiatus ends. So, welcome to the first video of Steven Universe Future coverage done by me. I'm going to be covering the first 2 episodes, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Steven Universe Future, Episode 1, Little Homeschool. So, this episode starts off with a little exposition dump. Hooray. So, Steven is explaining to this one gem, I think Cherry Quartz is her name, if I'm remembering correctly. But basically, he's explaining to her the events that have happened recently. And he's saying that the Diamonds have ended their reign of terror and the intergalactic war is over. That's a bit of an interesting statement to make, that the war was intergalactic. So I guess the idea that the Diamonds only colonized planets that didn't have any kind of sentient life on them is kind of nonsense, because a few people, like the Round Table, have tried to defend the Diamonds by saying that the planets that they colonized were not inhabited by sentient beings. It was just plants and animals. Which I already knew from the beginning that that's straight bullshit. But now Steven is saying that this was an intergalactic war. And you know what an intergalactic war means? It means that it spreads across the whole galaxy. So this entire time, the Diamonds have been at war with a bunch of other alien races. Oh my goodness, the implications of that statement. Does that mean that there have been other alien species out there this entire time that have been fighting the Diamonds? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that there have been a bunch of other rebel groups out there? Is that what you're saying? Because it can't be an intergalactic war if it's just a war between 2 planets. Are you saying that there's even more aliens out there that we need to worry about now? Are you saying that there's possibly going to be a bunch of alien races that are pissed off at all gemkind because of the atrocities that they've committed across the galaxy, wiping millions and millions off of the star maps? What about the implications of that? It's just, wow, we're just in the first episode and we're already back to this stuff about the Diamonds being genocidal maniacs, and the amount of people, the amount of creatures out there that are just furious. The Diamonds need to be brought to justice. They don't need to they just don't need to bring down their empire. They need to die. Also, I guess Steven just has like this healing liquid that the Diamonds have to undo the corruption. Like, the corruption blast was an accident. Let's not forget that the corruption blast was meant to kill the rebellion, but it accidentally corrupted all of them. Blue says this specifically. So how can they undo it? It's just like, and like, it's just like these liquids that Steven has like in his medicine cabinet. I guess he just has those now. Okay, I guess that's a thing now. This is one of the most awkward exposition dumps I have ever seen. And this is something that's going to be starting a trend in Steven Universe Future, because in Steven Universe Future, Steven is an idiot. I don't know why. I don't know why the writers just decided to make Steven a moron. I guess it was for the sake of keeping the plot flowing forward, because in this latest miniseries or whatever Steven Universe Future is meant to be, Steven is just an idiot. He's explaining to Cherry Quartz, or whatever her name is, things about people that she would never know. It's just like, this is one of the most awkward exposition dumps I've ever heard, because Steve is explaining to somebody that he doesn't know what's going on in the lives of people that she doesn't know. This is for the sake of the audience and nothing more. They could have done this a dozen other ways to prevent this from being as awkward. Maybe, like, have Steven have, like, a phone call with Connie or something. That would have been an idea, just to prevent the exposition from being this awkward. Like Connie could ask Steven what's going on in Beach City, and he could, like, explain that to her. And then he could ask, like, in passing, how's preparation for college going? Like, there are ways to get exposition out there that isn't this forced and doesn't make your characters look stupid because of it. Like, why? Why is Steven an idiot in this latest series? Because it's gonna get worse as time goes on, trust me. On Earth, you can decide for yourself what you want to do. Keep that in mind, we're not done with it yet. Here she is, the character that everybody in the Steven Universe fandom seemed to love for some reason. Honestly, even back when I was a fan of this series, I did not get the appeal of Jasper. She's just a... What was there to her character? Like, what was it? She was just like a homeworld loyalist, except when she isn't. And now she's just, like, constantly pissed off all the time, and there's, like, nothing beneath it, and people just seem to love her. Like, what was the appeal of Jasper? I'm seriously wondering. Why did people like this character? She was just a nothing character. She was a plot device. It was just, like, to generate conflict. Whereas unlike Peridot, who actually had, like, character development and actually had, like, a redemption arc, Jasper got nothing. She was just villain of the week, and she would just keep whining about fusion and keep getting her ass beat, even though she's supposed to be, like, the perfect soldier or something. It's just like, I don't get the point of Jasper, because in some instances, like, she's just kicking the crap out of the main characters, and then in other instances they just beat her, like, and just make her look like a fool. I never liked Jasper. I never understood what the point of her character was meant to be, because they never developed her. She was just there. She was a plot device, not a character, and I don't get why they didn't bother developing her like they did with Peridot. They could have done something there, but no, they just corrupted her and then forgot she existed. Alright, anyway, this episode is gonna focus on Jasper, so let's see what they do with her character, shall we? So, Jasper's just sitting around here training for a fight that's not coming. She's just sitting here throwing rocks around and whining about how, like, there's nobody worth fighting anymore. Like, I guess she's not still in line with the Diamond Order. Like, she's not trying to uphold the Diamond Empire. She's not trying to resist against the people who have dismantled everything that she stood for. She's not trying to fight anyone. She's just sitting here. Like, Jasper, what are you doing? You're just sitting around here doing nothing? Like, so what was the point of Jasper's character then? Like, if she was so dedicated to the cause, then what is she now? What is Jasper now if she doesn't have that? Like, now she's just arguing with Steven about how, like, oh, you, like, all those soldiers, like, what, you think I owe you now because you healed me from my corruption? You think I owe you? And I guess Jasper just like, I don't know, like, Jasper keeps getting it in her head that, like, Steven's constantly manipulating her, and for some reason, like, the moment she sees him, she doesn't just... Why does she stay in the same place? Why is she still here if Steven knows where she lives? Like, why would she want to be anywhere around these people when she knows the kind of agenda that they're running? Why would she stick around? You'd think that she'd want to get as far away from these people as possible so that they don't bother her while she's training and try to come at her with their like, happy-go-lucky goody-two-shoes shtick. But I guess Jasper just, like, I don't know, she can't be bothered? Like, I don't know. It's just confusing. Like, what is the point of Jasper? Like, why are we spending time on this character? Or, like, why are we waiting until, like, the 6th season to actually do something with her? I don't even know. On Earth, you get to decide who you want to be, unless who you want to be is a nobody sitting around in the middle of nowhere doing nothing. That's bad, and I'm gonna beat the crap out of you just to make you fall in line then. Just to get you to listen to me, I'm gonna beat the hell out of you, Jasper. Steven! What are you doing? She's not hurting anybody. If anything, like, you'd think somebody dangerous like this, like, why do you want to fight her? Is it, like, to get through to her head? Is that what you're trying to do? Because I thought that you said that you could choose who you want to be, and if this is who Jasper wants to be, then who are you to tell her otherwise? She seems perfectly content to just sit around and not do anything. What are you doing? What do you mean you guess we're doing this? You were the one that said you'd fight her. What are you talking about? You were the one that accepted her open invitation for a fight. What do you mean you guess this is what we're doing now? Do you have short-term memory loss or something now, Steven? Did you take one too many hits in the head when you were like, what? How old are you now? I don't even know. Like, Steven, what is your deal? What? Okay, here we go. Time for a fight scene because Steven's like, oh, I don't really want to do this, but I'm the one that said, yes, I'll fight you. Okay. Yay! Steven's pulling even more powers out of his ass so that we can have conflict and we can keep the plot moving forward. Yay! I guess Steven is just gonna start taking lessons from Jasper. About what? What do you have to learn from Jasper that will benefit you, Steven? The war is over. You said this yourself. There's no one left to fight. What are you gonna learn from her? How to get pissed off? How to lash out at people when they make fun of you? How to beat the crap out of people in a fight? How to use even more powers that you're pulling out of your ass? Is that your strategy? Because you want to learn how to beat the hell out of people? Is that what you're going to learn from Jasper? What else would you possibly learn from her? Aggression? Is that what you want? Do you want to be an asshole? Do you want to hurt people? What could you possibly learn from this battle-hungry maniac? Steven, what is wrong with you? And that's it for episode 1. It's pretty brief, but again, these episodes are only like 11 minutes at a time. And trust me, this series, it just gets worse as it goes on. And that's episode 1, on to episode 2. Steven Universe Future, episode 2, Guidance. To actually throw in a positive here, like, as much as I might hate this latest addition to the Steven Universe series, I actually really like Amethyst in this new mini-series or whatever Steven Universe Future is meant to be. Yeah, Amethyst is like the one thing that I actually like about this latest season. It's because Amethyst, for the majority of the previous 5 seasons or whatever, she was sort of an underdog, like a rookie, trained very minimally in battle and stuff like that. She's always been like She's always been like the one that falls behind and having feelings of self-doubt when compared to people like Garnet and Pearl. Like Amethyst always doubted herself deep inside and basically hated what she was and what she was made to be. And now, in Steven Universe Future, she's actually grown into a relatively mature and supportive character. There's a little bit of open space in there where it feels like we missed some development to get here, but it makes enough sense. But because really, Amethyst was always Amethyst come season 5 was much more mature than she was at the beginning of the series. She was very supportive of Steven and those around her, and now she's actually become a teacher, supporting gems that are going through rehab, essentially, trying to integrate into this new society and find new lives. Amethyst is being supportive of their dreams, just wanting to do something to help gems have that sense of belonging and sense of like self-value that Amethyst didn't find for a very long time. And yeah, I'll give credit where it's due. I feel like Amethyst is actually pretty well written in Steven Universe Future. See, I'll credit where it's due, really, because even bad media has good things in it, and this is like the one good thing that I've seen in Steven Universe Future is Amethyst's writing. So, hats off to you, Steven Universe Future. You got one right. Amethyst, please don't get ruined. Please don't get ruined. On Earth, gems can decide who they want to be, unless what they want to be was something somewhat tangentially related to what they used to do, then they can't be that, so says Steven Universe. Dear God. Looks like there can be some negative repercussions when attempting to integrate an alien species into a society that they don't understand. Are we going to delve into this at all? Are we going to talk about the ideas of aliens coming to Earth just to live here than like normal lives? Are there going to be any kind of repercussions to this? Any discussion of this at all? No? Great. Thank you, Amethyst, for calling Steven out for this. He's literally dictating what the gems can and can't do with their lives, and Amethyst is calling him out for it. Thank you, Amethyst. I like you now. Thank you, and please don't change. Stay like this forever. And now Steven is pulling even more powers out of his ass, so now in his new super form, he can practically slow time to a crawl. What? How? Why? How is he doing this? How is this possible? Could Pink Diamond do this? Is that the explanation for this? Where are these powers coming from? Why are they only showing up now? Why is nobody talking to him about it? Like, what is going on here? Is this meant to be okay, so they're just having Steven pull even more powers out of his ass just to keep the plot continuously moving and to just have conflict. Is that what they're doing? So just Steven's powers have become a plot device again. Great. Remember when Steven had to work for very specific powers that were very limited in what they could actually do? Remember when Steven had to like hone skills in very specific powers rather than just getting powers on a whim? Remember when Steven had to work really hard just to control his falling speed? And now Steven can just slow time to a crawl with no effort. Remember when characters had to work for the power that they gained? Amethyst, I love you now. She's grown so much as a character. She's being supportive. She's understanding people. She's talking to them. She's learning their interests and talking to them about their future because they've all come through from a really messed up place. Some of them have been monsters for the last few thousand years, and the rest of them were slaves to an empire. This is messed up stuff, and Amethyst is handling it like a pro. Thank you, Amethyst. Thank you for being the one ray of sunshine that I have in this abysmal show. And that's it for episode 2, Guidance. So yeah, this new season of Steven Universe. not off to a great start. It's not horrible per se, because Amethyst is written actually pretty well here. Yeah, I get it. It's shocking to see that there's actually can be good things in bad writing, I know. But it's just, this is a rough start, and I promise you guys, it gets nothing but worse from here. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and yeah, thank you for watching my first coverage of Steven Universe Future, and I hope to make more content on the regular. So I will see you guys next weekend when I when I cover episodes 3 and 4. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.